Good morning, St. Kitts and Nevis, and welcome to The Edge for Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. I am your host, Devonne, Cornelius, and thank you so much for joining me here on the program. A pleasant morning is wished to all of you, those of you listening from St. Kitts and Nevis, across the Caribbean region, particularly those of you in the USVI and the BVI, Anguilla and other parts of the region, and of course in other parts of the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me on today's edition of The Edge. For those of you who have joined via the World Wide Web, whether you are listening via zizonline.com or you are listening via our social media platforms, that is our YouTube channel or Facebook page, or if you're listening via the FM band, thank you so much for joining me on the program for today. When we open the phone lines later, you can call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Those are the numbers that you call to participate in the conversation for today. It is 6 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour, and we have just about 1 hour. Of course, we break just before noon for the ZIZ midday newscast. Now, on today's edition of The Edge, I will be sharing a few updates with you for the benefit of the public so that you could know what is happening here in St. Kitts and Nevis, and then I would entertain more of a open discussion with you, the listeners of this program. So, in the Ministry of Tourism, a press conference was held on Tuesday where the Minister, the Honorable Marsha Henderson, made a few announcements as it relates to initiatives and accolades and progress that they have made in the Ministry of Tourism. And of course, at that press conference, they did the final reveal for the performance lineup for this year's edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival. And a part of the lineup, we have Freddie Jackson and Mary J. Blige. And so those are two big international artists who will be here in St. Kitts for this year's edition of the St. Kitts Music Festival. But during the press conference, the minister also spoke to progress that they have made in cruise tourism and getting more airlines to come to St. Kitts. She spoke of the branded cars initiative where they had cars branded with the Venture Deeper Venture Deeper slogan or hashtag, whatever it is that they call it. But they had branded cars that when you see these cars, it's all about St. Kitts. And these cars were in New York, and these were more so cabs. And a lot of people catch these cabs. And so it's a great way of marketing instead of the traditional having ads on Facebook or on other social media platforms. It is right there in your face instead of just having ads on like billboards and those digital screens, having it on vehicles. And so wherever that vehicle goes, you see St. Kitts being advertised there. And so those are some of the things that came out of the press conference on Tuesday in terms of the progress that we've made in the cruise sector and the progress that we've made in bringing more airlines to St. Kitts, the St. Kitts Music Festival performance lineup, and various initiatives and things that they're looking at in the Ministry of Tourism. As you know, I always say, tourism is our bread and butter, the bread and butter of the Caribbean, and you see not just here but across the region, governments continue to invest heavily in tourism, the tourism sector, while at the same time attempting to diversify the economy. As I said, you don't want to have all of your eggs in one basket. Nevertheless, it does not suggest that we should not put into tourism or invest into tourism, because we know this is an industry where a lot of people make their living and have the opportunity to provide for their families. One of the things that the minister spoke to yesterday was the ministry attempting to intensify their efforts to halt the sale of counterfeit goods to visitors and locals at entry ports. And they will be collaborating or working closely with the Ministry of Justice and Legal Affairs or the Attorney General to see how they could intensify or limit or combat the sale of counterfeit goods to visitors and locals at entry ports. And so in the press conference on Tuesday, the minister said that they will be rolling out some new policy initiatives that will target merchandise such as counterfeit jewelry, alcohol, and fabric. She emphasized that selling and distributing counterfeit merchandise deceives the Federation's valued visitors and could potentially damage the reputation of the destination. She highlighted that legislation already exists to address this issue, but noted that her ministry will be working closely with the Office of the Attorney General to implement stricter laws and regulations to combat and eliminate the sale of counterfeit products. Minister Henderson reaffirmed that the Ministry of Tourism values the collaboration and cooperation of merchants operating at Port Zante and at the RLB International Airport in their efforts to combat the sale of fake merchandise, adding that, quote, by working together we can ensure that our ports offer only genuine, high-quality products to visitors and locals. And so that is it on the Ministry of Tourism, cruise tourism, more flights, season kits, and the lineup for the highly anticipated event that takes place every year during summer, the St. Kitts Music Festival. Now, the National Assembly of St. Kitts and Nevis meets this Thursday, and so that is tomorrow, May 2nd. The order paper has been issued for a sitting, and it commences at 10 a.m. 6 bills are set to receive their first reading, while 2 others are slated for a second reading. The Prime Minister will seek leave to introduce and have for the first time the bills entitled Companies Amendment Bill 2024, Virtual Asset Amendment Bill 2024, among others. Dr. Denzel Douglas, Minister of Foreign Affairs, will introduce and have read for a first time the bill entitled Radiation Safety and Security Bill 2024. Also, the Attorney General and Minister responsible for Justice will introduce and have for the first time the bill entitled Proceeds of Crime and Asset Recovery Amendment Bill 2024. Senator Dr. Joel Clark will seek leave to introduce and have for the first time the bill entitled Community Beautification and Safety Bill. The Honorable Samuel Duggins will move the second reading of his entitled Animal Health Bill 2023 and Plant Bill 2023. The bills had their first reading in September of 2023. Of course, this will be carried live here on 96.1 FM and other participating radio stations, and it could be viewed live on Channel 5, that's ZIZ, and Channel 98 in Nevis. It will also be streamed live at www.zizonline.com, and if you are interested in looking at copies of the bills, it can be found on the website www.sknis.gov.kn. That is www.sknis.gov.kn. It's 30 minutes past. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue the conversation here on The Edge. Stay tuned.
Get ready, St. Kitts and Nevis, for the first annual Jesus in the City Parade and Festival on Saturday, May 18th, 2024 at the Warner Park Stadium. Celebrate love for God and love for people throughout the city with festive floats, live gospel bands, choirs, costumes, banners, and paraders filling the streets of downtown Bastille with praise and worship. The opening festivities kick off at 11 a.m. with a parade leaving Warner Park Stadium at 12 noon, moving along city streets and returning to the stadium for a grand gospel concert celebration. Enjoy music featuring special international guest artists, local bands, food, and festivities for the whole family. Come lift up the name of Jesus in the city on Saturday, May 18th, 2024. To register your church, enter a float, secure a vendor booth, or to become a sponsor, visit jesusinthecity.com or call 662-8911.
Jesus in the city, hands in the air.
Power Talk. Power Talk is Skellig's radio program aired the first and third Wednesday of every month. Tune in at 9:30 a.m. on ZIZ Radio for the latest information on what's happening at Skellig. Learn more about doing business with Skellig and the services that they offer. Power Talk, powered by Skellig.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Hello and welcome back to the conversation. You're listening to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius, and thank you for joining me on the program for today. It is about 17 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour, and we'll open the phone lines now and begin taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. That's our overseas line. You call those numbers to participate in the conversation for today. We'll take our first call. We have a caller? Okay, I don't think we have a caller. We have a caller? We'll take this call.
Hello.
Hello, caller. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, Devon.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, man.
All right.
I'm glad to hear about one of the things that the minister said that they're going to clamp down on. These, what's it called, counterfeit money and whatnot. Well, there is something else I really want to talk about, and long time I want to talk about it, because this is counterfeit business too. There is a business place in St. Kitts that employ a lot of illegal people. They have no landing document rights. Have them working in the back of that business place and paying them lower than minimum wage and promise them that they will get citizenship for them, and they do not have no social security card. So I want to say this to the public. How could such owner of a business place employ people with that kind of status? And the owner knows better than that. And the thing about it, the owner goes behind a pulpit because they're preaching, and they encouraging them kind of thing there. Them thing is wrong. If they cannot go and preach from the Bible, do not go behind the pulpit. Because it's only the Bible that's supposed to be preached from behind the pulpit. So I want the government to check up on a lot of these business places around the place that are doing that. They do not want to hire the locals, as we call it, because they know they cannot pay the locals below the minimum wage. But they can hire those who they know illegal in the country and pay them minimum wage and got them slaving. That is wrong. Doesn't matter whether they come from English, Spanish, German, Greek, or what, and they don't have no landing right. Do not take advantage of people. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Devon.
All right, caller. Thank you for your contribution to the discussion at hand. It's 11:20. The phone lines remain open, and we're taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. If you're just joining the conversation for today, we're talking on tourism. Have a caller? Let's take this call. Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Good morning, Devonne. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing well, and you?
Man, I hear giving God thanks. Today's a little cooler, hot, but it's, give God thanks for the rain. Now, I want to send some birthday greeting to some very important people. I learned that El Comido Willet of your home country is celebrating his birthday today.
Yes, he is.
So make sure you big him up, in between, eh? And Gillian Musgrave Archibald, Gillian, she was part of the victorious netball teams.
Mm-hmm.
Today is also her birthday. And today is also the birthday of my friend, one of my former colleague, teacher, Rosetta Maynard Lawrence. She lives in St. Croix. Today is her birthday. Today is also Labor Day in Barbados. I think Jamaica too, I think they celebrate on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So happy Labor Day to all of those outside of the country. Now, I heard Minister Marshall was saying, in terms of the counterfeit things, that the banks are complaining about the number of cashback, right? Or chargeback. Well, if they have the information, they should start to begin to deal with those businesses. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's a starting point. Do you understand what I mean?
And you're referring to the counterfeit?
Yes, because Honorable Marshall said
Yes.
that the financial, the banks, because they would have charged on the card, right?
Right.
And when they find it's counterfeit, they charge back, which means they take back their money. So the bank have a list of the names of the companies who receive those things. Because in Barbados and in Jamaica, they keep raiding the number of the businesses.
Mm-hmm.
In St. Martin too, where they're selling you 24 carats, and next thing you know is 10.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're really serious, they don't even have to wait for that bill. Because as they said, the bill is already passed in the Consumer Affairs bill.
Yeah, it's already there. What
So
saying.
that make a move on them, and some of them selling, you buy electronics from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you for the life of you, they're not giving you any warranty.
Mm-hmm.
Because
some of the electronics are not genuine either. They're not genuine either.
I'm telling you, the other day I sent my son to buy a laptop. Tell him go down to Courts or someplace. We go carry back. He go down to this Indian store and he tell me, Mommy, the price better. So I said, ask the gentleman, what is the warranty? He can tell me, oh, no, we don't give warranty in anything. I tell him, come out of India. Come out of India because they're selling all kind of second-hand things, refurbished as new, and selling you these expensive things without any warranty. Those things ain't supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I said to the government, make a start deal. The banks can give it in the name of the companies that have been doing it, because it's not nothing new. People keep complaining they buy these things, and when they reach in the States, some people don't bother to send back.
Mm-hmm.
But it spoils the reputation. The people know when you come out of the ship, don't buy anything in and Port Zante or anywhere in St. Kitts. It don't make no sense.
And you could possibly hurt those businesses that actually sell genuine items. In the sense that visitors would be thinking that all of them are selling counterfeit merchandise.
Right. So I'm saying, have somebody go in and check these things. There must be people here who know, who train, who can detect.
Mm-hmm.
Because the longer you wait, is the more they get to clear the stock.
Yeah.
So people can say, a lot of our local people like cheap thing. Oh, well. I mean, when they clear out a big store with these name brand shoes and bags and so, the higglers usually buy from them. We're making an uproar. The police don't leave them because they could buy them cheap and then sell them again.
Right.
Sometimes it is our own people who does rise up. So once again, happy birthday to El Comida Willet and Gillian and Rosetta Lawrence in Frederick State, St. Croix. God bless you.
All right, caller. Thank you for your contribution to the program. Happiest of birthdays to you, Mr. El Pomido Tonito Willett, a former West Indian international cricketer who played in 5 test matches in 1973 and 1974. He made first-class debut for Leeward Islands in the early 70s at the age of 17 and played his last match in the late or early 90s, the late 80s. Sorry, he's celebrating his 71st birthday today. Happy birthday, Mr. Willett. You're listening to The Edge on ZIZ Radio, and we are taking your calls. Call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Let's take this call. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Turn down the volume. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Hello, caller. Good morning.
Yes, I went to turn down the volume. 2 things. I can't get you on the TV. I seen you, but no volume. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, we'll be looking into that.
They mostly look. And the other one, I want to borrow your jacket, the jacket, but not the shirt. And so you got 2 jackets. Anyway, I just want to thank the Lord that I'm here and in my right mind. Mr. Cornelius, is unfair. Foreigners have land to compete with the farmers and business places. TDC was for us over the years and others, and they don't give away. And it's our foolish kitchen making them up. Not even their store, they hire in kitchen. Nobody looking into nothing. When the foreign ministers go away every week, other country can help the crime. They have to help themselves here. I'm coming back if I forget you. Thank you.
All right, caller. Thank you. We have a call on the line. Let's take this caller.
Good morning, Devonne.
Good morning. Good morning.
Any special topic for this morning?
Not necessarily. I just shared earlier the updates from the press conference from the Ministry of Tourism yesterday, where they spoke about a cruise tourism and more flights coming, and of course the upcoming Senkis Music Festival next month.
Oh, yes. Devonne, first I want to thank God for life. Thank God for the Federation of St. Mary's. Thank God for the showers of blessings. The farmers are smiling right now. And I just hope some of these farmers got sweet potato plants. You know, the monkeys have a big problem really, but I believe if they've got sweet potato plant with this kind of rain, in 3 months' time, I believe that the country will flock with sweet potato, as long as sweet potato in the soil with this kind of rain. Even if a little sun start to come out and the rain come, as long as they don't get themselves, well, they're good to go. Now, Devon, I want to send my condolences out to the family of Agent Lamb. I think he's going to rest today.
Today, yes, today.
I want to wish the family all the best. And I want to send condolences out to my family too. A nephew of mine, he passed. The Donald Green over there in West Swam. The Green family and the Darcy family. He going to bury some other time. And I want to send both the greetings going out to our star wall, El Camida Willett, the first Leeward Island to make West Indies side. I want to wish him all the best for today. And I want to wish Gillian Musgrave Archibald. Auntie Jill, I want to wish Auntie Jill a happy birthday today. She's also 1973. I think, I don't know if she was the captain, but they bring back the netball champion here in St. Kitts, Nevis. So I want to wish them all the best. And all those who are celebrating today with them, just want to wish them a blessed birthday today. Brother Devon, you be strong. And I hope the country, Federation of St. Kitts Nevis people, to keep it up and do what they got to do positive, especially politically. Because sometimes we lead astray with the politics. You understand? Mm-hmm. On both sides, we lead astray to the politics. Even up to last night, I was listening to the political meeting, and I thought they was focusing more on the marching, the Labour Day march. But as I listen to the next radio talk show the other morning there, the march is all about, they were talking about the march, and they said the march about party politics. And it's all about politics for sure. Because when you're going to come march for Dr. Douglas, come march for Dr. Joe, come march for Nata, and come march for Marsha Henderson. You know, imagine, you know, Devon, I want to see it different. Because I myself, up to last Labor Day march, I went in the march. I was in the march. Because Devon, I put away all the blind politics. You ain't working for the country anymore. You have a wonderful day, Brother Devon.
Yes, sir, caller, and thank you so much for your contribution to the program. Do we have any more callers on the line? More callers on the line? No, okay. It's 11:31. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue our conversation here in the program. Let's take this break, and we will be right back. Yeah, let's take a break, and we'll come back.
Power Talk is Skellig's radio program aired the first and third Wednesday of every month. Tune in at 9:30 a.m. on ZIZ Radio for the latest information on what's happening at Skellig. Learn more about doing business with Skellig and the services that they offer. Power Talk, powered by Skellig.
Get ready, St. Kitts and Nevis, for the first annual Jesus in the City Parade and Festival on Saturday, May 18th, 2024 at the Warner Park Stadium. Celebrate love for God and love for people throughout the city with festive floats, live gospel bands, choirs, costumes, banners, and paraders filling the streets of downtown Bastille with praise and worship. The opening festivities kick off at 11 a.m. with the parade leaving Warner Park Stadium at 12 noon, moving along city streets and returning to the stadium for a grand gospel concert celebration. Enjoy music featuring special international guest artists, local bands, food, and festivities for the whole family. Come lift up the name of Jesus in the city on Saturday, May 18th, 2024. To register your church, enter a float, secure a vendor booth, or to become a sponsor, visit jesusinthecity.com or call 662-8911.
Jesus in the city, hands in the air.
Watch the creeper. Look out, look out. This is it. Something new, something fresh, something exciting. Jump off show on ZIZ Radio with the man Chico. Yo. Every Monday to Thursday, Chico will be in the house with the 3 to 6 minutes. So tell your neighbors, tell your friends about this exciting show on ZIZ Radio, the Jump Off Show. Every Monday to Thursday, 3 to 6. Don't miss it. While the others give you some, we give you more. Right here on ZIZ Radio. Watch the creeper.
Central Guest House and Apartments, located on Central Market Street in Bastille, offering long and short-term accommodations, comfortable and affordable. Call us at 465-2278, 663-5756, 465-4062, or WhatsApp at 663-5756. Central Guest House and Apartments, short walking distance into the heart of town to conduct all your businesses. Come, don't delay. Central Guest House and Apartments, located on Central Market Street in Bastille.
Welcome back to the program. We'll take this call. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning. We got that call. Okay, we lost that one. Let's see this one. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, I return. Devon,
Yes, go ahead.
without the man who I think they are not acknowledging the way he's supposed to be acknowledged, is Kim Collins too. Because when Kim Collins won the 100-meter world champion title, everybody was patriotic in St. Kitts that day. And after that, everybody just forget about it. Kim Collins' name supposed to be talked about so often, because without Kim Collins, performance at the World Championship. A lot of people who've been coming to St. Kitts, they would not have known there is a place called St. Kitts Nevis, St. Christopher Nevis. And I don't think he does get the accolades that he deserves to get. And I think, which we've been asking for years, if not the date of the day when he achieved what he achieved, well, make his birthday a full holiday. Because you find after Carnival, New Year's Day, the other day is a holiday. So without Kim Collins' performance, a lot of people would not have been here to take part in the Carnival to get a holiday the next day. Thank you, Devonne.
All right, caller. Thank you for your contribution to the program. It's 11:36. Have a caller?
Yes.
Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning.
I'm back. Mr. Cornelius, it's hurting, it's unfair. Former government give people land if they know what's people land. Why they did not call them up? Wait until they done pay survey and treasury. Hold them up for what? Say they're going to locate. They locate, nothing doing. They better come good. Every family have a family. They would not like it for themselves. It ain't every government people have government have money. Then everybody got money like the government, and they must give the people the land, please.
Well, what you said the former government gave them lands?
Hello.
You said the former government gave people lands?
Yes.
So what happened now? What's the issue now?
Take the land from them and hold them up. And the people then don't pay treasury and surveyor. Not fear. They must work good mind. Everybody have a family. So somebody's a government man and somebody's an ex-government man is my family still. I want to tell the best Prime Minister that tomorrow that don't take no nonsense from the big and bad who he have more than them. If they can't think, walk out. See you. Have a good weekend because tomorrow you ain't coming.
Oh boy. All right. Thank you for your contribution to the program. I'm not sure if I understand what you were saying as it relates to the land issue about people taking away land. From what I understood when this whole land issue came about was you had a case where one piece of land, or however you call it, had several owners. And so you and I and Culture and Mr. Politics and Miss Henry, we were all owners of one plot of land. And after they did their investigation, it turned out that the land only had one owner, which was you. Because there were documents that were not genuine. They are not real. And there were documents that could not prove that everybody else whose name I just mentioned were the owners for this piece of land. So I'm not quite sure what the exact issue is that you're referring to. I don't think it's a case where you had people who got their land through the proper channel and they were deprived of the opportunity of getting the land. I'm not sure if that's what you're saying. Let's take this call. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning.
Good morning. I would like to know if you're supposed to go in a store to buy any sort of items and come out with it in your hand.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean.
I say I would like to know if you're supposed to go in a store, hardware store, any kind of store, and buy items and come out with it in your hand.
You mean in your hand just so, like in your bare hands?
Yeah. Now it's a bag, a paper bag, a garbage bag, not a bag at all.
Well, I don't know if there's any laws for that, but usually when you go to a grocery store or a store, you buy something, they usually give you a bag.
Since last year, I've been going to a store in town to buy something, and no bag. I go back there again yesterday. They're telling me they ain't got a bag. So I asked the lady, are you supposed to come in here and buy a pillar, a frying pan, a juicer, and go out with them in my hand? She's telling me yes because they ain't got a bag. So I said, what kind of business is this? This is going on from since last year, and they're still doing it?
Wow. Well, I don't know who the business is. My best advice to you is to speak to somebody from Consumer Affairs to see how best they could assist you. Because normally, when you go to a store, any store, and you purchase an item, they're supposed to give you a bag.
A bag?
Yeah. The only how they don't give you a bag is if you say that you don't want one.
Right.
But they're supposed to give you a bag.
And next thing again, the mal toilet them up there. When they're gonna get them fixed?
The what?
The toilet them up in the mall.
Oh, I don't know. I've been hearing people complain about those toilets for some time.
It's our bearing now. Nobody's supposed to go on the toilet, go to our nobody pee and use shit pan this and me piss pan that any day. That they need to look after is our bearing now too.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Carla, thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's take some more calls. 465-2555. Hello, Carla. You're on the air. Good morning.
Hello, Devonne.
Yes.
Hello, Devonne. I'm calling you from New York.
Yes, good morning.
What the guy was saying, culture about Kim Collins. There's a famous guy in America was born in the island of Nevis. He's on the $10 bill. A lot of Americans don't know that he's from Nevis. Why the tourist board don't promote him, Alexander Hamilton, as a native? Because I know American people don't even know that he's from the Caribbean. When I tell them, they don't believe me. So like he talked about the hero Kim Collins, they should put in the brochures in America that one of the founding fathers was born in Nevis. Because when I tell Americans that, they get amazed. They say, man, you kidding me. You got to be kidding. I put it up on Google and showed him. And he's a stalwart in this country because he created the first bank. He was the first Secretary of the Treasury. He created the federal government. And America, they don't teach the kids in school that in America that he was from Nevis. So this tourist board should promote that, and Americans might get more interested in the islands. That's my comment for today.
All right, Carla, thank you for your contribution to the program. Let's head back to the phone lines and we'll be taking some more calls. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning. We have the caller. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning. I'm not getting that caller. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning. No, I'm not getting that one. Let's hit this one.
Hello, Devonne, Megan Devonne.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, Devonne, I got the opportunity to listen to some of the press conference yesterday with the tourism minister. And some sheer ideas and plans, never bad at all. And if what you say about the tourism and what plan this they got, as long as that you can benefit the taximan and the vendors them in the country, I feel good. Because anything positive to do with anybody in the administration of government running their portfolio and doing well, especially in the tourism sector, because tourism is one of our main industry right now. You know, construction and everything is an industry, our industry too. Farming supposed to be our main industry, but you know how we go with the monkeys and different things. And agriculture ain't performing. I don't think the government performing enough in front of the agriculture part. But I would like to see my country move forward with tourism and agriculture together to benefit the ordinary man and woman here in Sinkett, Nevis. And, you know, because we don't know what's going to happen on the outer wall. Up to this man, I was listening to a program with the farmer, with the consortium. He's saying that the government, like the agriculture department and the government, they want to come with them and come with the ideas and the plan they have to help carry the burden for 2025. And I believe that is a good thing. If you could listen to somebody, government could listen, and you come with a plan, whether you're farmer or livestock farmer or whatever, and you come with some good ideas. I believe the government should listen to you and come with your ideas and try to strengthen you. Not because the person come with the idea, because you know that the person got with the idea, because you feel like you don't want him, because you want everything about the government, and the government take the praise for everything. Government cannot take praise for everything as long as somebody out there doing good. You got to praise the person out there who's doing good too. All right then.
All right, Carla, thank you for your contribution to the program. About 15 minutes left. It's 11:45, and we're taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. We're also live on our social media platforms. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to The Edge for Wednesday, May 1st, 2024. I opened with sharing some brief updates from the press conference held on Tuesday by the Ministry of Tourism, where they spoke to a number of initiatives that they have implemented aimed at boosting the tourism sector in terms of cruise tourism and airlines, more airlines. You have a caller? Okay, let's take this call. Caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Yes, Devonne. You call my name, Milan. Is you to give it to? Another one by you while I'm here.
Where is that?
Let me continue now.
You said
now, in early February, remember the DPP and talking about those who were to file. At that time, he indicated, remember at April, which ended yesterday.
Yes.
All those who were designated to file should have filed. Now, I wanted to follow it up and find out the DPP. What was the rate of positive response? Have you thought about it?
I remember, I think yesterday was the actual deadline for the filing. So
well, that's what I want to know.
Something
what is the compliance like? Now, the next thing is the Labor Day match. Our people are, I don't know why we don't learn. When you go and take off thousands of people off the PAP, and an extra 1,000 off of the peace, who do you expect to come and match? What are they going to match for? What really are you asking people to match for? I remember some years ago when the government carried the electricity bill, and Dr. Douglas said, when he see the bill, say, my God, I feel like he want to cry. And ask sensible people to come out and march against the electricity bill. So I suppose we're going to have the same thing. We have got to get ourselves serious. And if it's Labor Day for everybody. You can't have the party in front or those on the microphone that be cussing people as they move along, and then you don't support the party. They're personally abusing you. So I don't know why should anybody go and march, because the union has been killed, annihilated by their own party. I've said to Dr. Douglas and the rest, on the day of the march, set up tables and encourage people to come and join. If you people have no confidence in the union, they have no confidence in you because the workers' league, the workers' thing. So I mean.
Well, question though, how do you tie marching for Labor Day or Labor Day? How do you tie that to social assistance programs?
Social assistance are people, right? They're not just numbers, right? There are people who would have been on the program, some legally, some not legally. But when you go and you shut it down, and you said, well, by April, they start, they have to go online and all of that. There are people who will not, maybe they just didn't understand. People who are actually in need were taken off. And it was streamlined, and the amount was reduced. It used to be 3,000. 3,000 is how much a week? You carry to 2,500. How much a week does that equate to? And then you take them off. You leave on the old people, and then you're back checking what you're going to give them against their Social Security pension. So some of them will get $250 on top of the pension, and others will get $500. Now, go ahead.
I've heard the concerns.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I honestly do. I've listened to many people speak about this, and I've heard the concerns as it relates to the PAP program, or the LIFT program. And while I am not on the PAP or the LIFT program, so I can't speak as if I understand. I can't speak as if I understand what their plight or what their concerns are. My question is, and perhaps you could give your insight on this, is do you see the changes that they're making as one of the ways to ensure that the program, one, remains sustainable, and two, allow people to benefit. So instead of just having one set of people benefiting for years, you allow people who are actually in need to benefit. How do you feel about that?
Now, if you put it so, now look at it another way. Until the economy begins to grow enough to provide jobs, because remember, it all depends on the economy, you know. It's not so much the people need as the economy. Because if you can get a job that pays more than the minimum, you're gone, you won't have to be waiting. You see what I mean?
Right.
So to me, the only way of getting the people off legitimately is to grow the economy. We're still waiting for some form of mass employment because I think it's small. The economy doesn't grow by 3%. But they just go by 4%.
But in a case like this, though, with a program like this, you are aware of the fact that there are case managers and they're looking at persons. Hold on, they're looking at cases individually, and so they're assessing your individual situation, whether your situation has improved. And so I take it that if hold on.
Yeah,
so I take it that if your situation has improved, then you would be taken off of the program and somebody else who is in need will be put on the program. So it cannot be like a broad brush situation. Sorry?
They indicated that they will not be taking on anybody. So what I'm saying, what you're saying so good, if the economy was going now, people expected the housing project and other government capital projects to be active. Because if that was active, a lot of people would come off, and then you go and you lower the threshold. You go from 3,000 to less than 2,500. So you have created a problem yourself.
But you just said something a while ago that I'm not quite sure. You said if the economy was
rebounding faster,
people would come off. You're saying they would voluntarily come off? That's what you're saying?
If you can just get
no, hold on. I didn't hear you clearly. I'm just trying to clarify. You're saying that if the economy was rebounding, people would voluntarily come off?
If the economy was more robust, because rebounding could be any kind of percent, you understand?
Okay, but you're saying that they would voluntarily come off?
They would.
I disagree with you. Knowing people, if let's be frank here. If you give me $500 a month, right? I don't care if I'm making 10,000. I want a 5 year.
You're not become a politician.
I'm telling you what the reality is.
Yeah, but you're not become a politician.
Even if my situation improves, right? But and you're giving me $500 a month.
That again becomes subjective.
I'm not going to voluntarily give that up.
But remember, improve is subjective, you know.
All right.
Yes, sir?
Okay.
You know, but seriously, why should anybody with any common sense go and march?
Okay.
You marching for electricity again? And tell the president of the union, I've told them time and time again, I old enough to remember, that is when Mr. Bracha and Southwell, each sector of the union carried a banner and march. You understand? Yes. Mr. Bracha was the president of the union. He and and when Limo came in,
all right,
right? So what I'm saying,
they
must give people a good reason. And the young people, all they're concerned about is jam. They wouldn't match.
All right, thank you. See you. You have a good one. We want to take some more calls quickly. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir. How are you?
I am doing well, and you?
I'm good.
All right.
I'd like to just give a little input on agriculture.
Sure. Go
let me use a quote. The Bible says we are not to love in words nor in tongue, but in deed and in truth. Now, farming, if we just use talk and words about farming, we wouldn't have nothing coming forth. That would not be effective. Now, the only entity that in Sinkets that can make farming a reality is the government. The government is the only person have the resources, the manpower, the equipment, and everything to make farming. Bracha, that man was a man of courage, of strength, of boldness, and with all those Irish potato and pine and sweet potato and all the stuff that we had, that man made those things a reality. We have prisoners. We have people and PEP. The government have the lands. The government is the only person who can get up today or tomorrow and say, we're going to use these 100 acres of land to do farming. And if the government would just stop talk, and petition on a whole, if we can just stop talk, and do the things that we are supposed to do. I mean, we have them right there before us. The government have the tractors. They have everything that they need to make farming a reality. We have the buildings. You have the old sugar house. We need to make a storehouse. If the government going to do this, they need to make a storehouse and store all that food. Even the small farmers that you have, if they want to bring their food to the storehouse, they bring it there and we store it there. The government would be responsible for shipping and for, getting to hotels and all of that. But that storehouse should be there, always filled with food. The farmers would have, the small farmers would have a choice whether to continue to sell to local people in the communities or whether to bring it at the storehouse. And only so we would get farming going. But the government, they are talking, they don't have no guts. I don't know if they are running away from responsibility, but Wacha was the only government I see had that courage to make farming a reality. And they need to follow, they need to look at Wacha and make that work too. So that's my input for this morning.
You're saying more action.
Exactly.
Let's talk.
Exactly.
All right, Carter. Thank you so much.
Ain't getting us nowhere.
Thank you so much for your contribution to the program. We're out of time. It is 11:57, and we're going to have to wrap up our conversation for today. Until next time, you guys stay safe and continue to enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow for us to continue this conversation. Stay tuned. Coming up next is ZIZ Midday Newscast. Remember, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive. Take your time on the road. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.